Okay, we did get some rain here. It's about 4 o'clock in North San Diego County, and we didn't get a lot of rain. It drizzled for about an hour, and then just enough maybe to cover the concrete. And that was about all we got out of this. But then I got a phone call from my manager out in Palm Desert, and she was warning me that when I drive over the mountain, and she was just leaving our business today, Sunday, and she said it was 50 to 70 mile an hour winds out there. No rain, just massive wind, a lot of debris from the palm fronds out there. That's what happens out in the desert out there. And she said it was, well, she drives a big crew cab, Chevy truck, 1500. It's not a light vehicle. And she said it was blowing around on the road. And it's supposed to be that way through the night. And they use the Coachella Valley. The Coachella Valley is basically from where the windmills are when you come through Highway 10 there, Palm Springs, pretty much all the way through the Salton Sea. I mean, it's the beginning of the Salton Sea, but that's the Coachella Valley. Palm Springs is the Salton Sea. That's the Coachella Valley. And there's a huge mass of water out there. Obviously, the Salton Sea is a big body of water. And from my observations that I have seen, is many times they will spray at that end of the valley where the Salton Sea is. And that's where they'll do their geoengineering. So I've always kind of wondered why they focus on the Salton Sea. I think that body of water and the moisture from that body of water has something to do with their geoengineering. You know, it's all kind of a mystery to many of us that are trying to figure this out. But they do use the Coachella Valley. They'll come through, they'll spray and spray and spray and spray out there. And they really hammer it. Other days you won't see the jets routed out of LAX. You know, the FFA will route them elsewhere. You won't see any jets. Other days, it'll just be jet after jet after jet. Commercial cargo and passenger jets coming through the Coachella Valley, one after another, just dumping the chemtrails like I just posted. They were the shorter trails, but they are still chemtrails. And I posted and linked them to Flight Radar 24, showing that commercial cargo and passenger jets are rigged to chemtrail. This is how much the New World Order and the people that control things and the shadow governments of all nations, the Western nations mainly, the United States with the United States military-industrial complex, and owning the weather. The United States Air Force talked about owning the weather by 2025. Well, they wrote that in 1997. That was 20 years ago. Well, I think they're 10 years or 8 years ahead of schedule because they definitely own the weather now. Like I say, it's pretty calm here, but they're certainly stirring up the Coachella Valley. I'm sure using microwave transmissions, most likely from the one right outside of Yuma. And this is how they do it. They zap the rotation of the clouds because they're seeded with the nanoparticles. It's like throwing, if you threw a bunch of little pieces of aluminum in your microwave and turn it on, that's what it does. It heats the atmosphere. They can create rotation, and they create vortexes. They can create tornadoes, stall hurricanes, stall storms. It's what they did over Northern California with the Oroville Dam. They own the weather. They own it. They own it. Okay, I'm rambling on. But anyways, we did get some rain, but not much. You know, like one Pacific Redwood said, we should have got a lot of rain out of this, but we didn't. So, and again, he talks about the chemtrails, you know, push down the clouds, and keep them from getting the lift, which is required for it to rain. So what I'm thinking is they move, east, and then they allow the lift to happen, and they move the storm systems where they want, and they let it dump on any Pacific area where they want to do their next geoengineering terrorism. That's our weather, guys. It is absolutely controlled. So I want to thank One Pacific Redwood for his work, his diligent work on, what he does with so-called satellites. I don't believe it's satellites. I don't think there's no satellites up there. We didn't go to the moon. Earth is flat. That's a whole other subject. Do some research on it. It was hard for me to get past that. I thought, no way. But just another one of those things, rabbit holes you go down and you begin to get awakened by it. Just like 9/11. 9/11 was a complete false flag operation, orchestrated not so much by our government, but by the shadow governments that really control everything. The banking cartels and the corporations that absolutely control everything, from the pharmaceutical industry, the military-industrial complex, the banking system, Goldman Sachs, the Freemasons. It's all there. They control everything. So, other than, they're not total, they think they're in control right now, because this is a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual battle we're in. And ultimately, this is Satan trying to control Jesus' creation. Jesus is going to come back, guys, and he is the only one that's going to set things right. So accept him as your Savior. It's your only hope. For God so loved the world that he sent his only Son. I don't understand it. I don't understand God's plan, but I accept it. I accept it. Just believe that Jesus is God. He's the Son of God. And he died on the cross. So whoever believes in that free gift and accepts that free gift, that's our only way out of here. Here we go. 2017. Amazing we lasted this long. But things are heating up. Okay, enough ramble on. God bless everybody.